Hey, what is going on? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm just gonna be showing you guys what I do to edit some of my photos or kind of like my stories for Instagram. It's been something that I kind of enjoy and I've kind of been learning to do within the past year. And I've had a lot of people, just within the past couple months just ask me like what I use to edit my photos or what filter I use and whatnot. So I thought I would just go ahead and make a whole video for you guys. But pretty much I have on the screen some of the apps that I use. The main one I'm going to be using and talking about today is VSCO. And then I also use Unfold, which sometimes I don't use all the time for my stories, but you can just add a little flair whenever you add your story. Sorry if there's noise. My dogs are locked out of their room and they can't come in here, so they're gonna be tapping away. So if you go ahead and open the app, you can see your studio, which are all the pictures that I kind of have worked with or edited. But pretty much, I'm not gonna go too much over this, but these are my pictures. Don't look. So what we'll do is to start a new creation, we're gonna click the plus button at the very top right, and you'll pretty much just click whichever picture that you wanna work on, and then it's gonna import it into your studio. It's gonna be outlined in black, so that's the picture that you're gonna be working on. And then if you click at the very bottom, the second button with like the lines with the dots on it, that's how we're going to edit our picture. So once that happens, it'll come to this little page where it shows your picture and all these little like squares with like letters and numbers. And these are just the different filters that the app has. If you click all presets, you can kind of go through all of them. I have a lot because I think I bought the app. You have for this photo, which it's pretty cool that the app does, is that it will select some filters that maybe look best for your picture. I don't really use this feature at all, but you can kind of see, I clicked through some of them for you. And then featured, and then you can, if you double click on some of the newer filters, you can also adjust some of the things such as character and strength and things like that. And then again, you can click through the rest of the different filters. They kind of categorize them, I would say, a little better. So warm, cool, vibrant, black and white. So if you want to do that, you can as well. And if you just like click on the different ones, it'll apply it to your pictures. You can kind of really compare on which one you like best. So we will pretty much I will show you what I would do when I normally would edit a photo. For my Instagram, I kind of like to use the same filter. I would say kind of to create a theme with my profile. So this one I kind of just did a different one just so I can show you guys the process. But yeah, so I clicked the C1, which is chromatic, and if you actually double click the filter itself, you can kind of adjust the strength of it. So I didn't like how orange it was, so I turned it down a little bit so that it wasn't too vibrant, I would say. And I'm kind of like weird, and I like to have the numbers be on an even number, so 0.0, 0.5, but obviously you don't have to do that. And I'm not like an expert or anything. I don't even know what a lot of these different features really do. I can't give you like the terminology or whatever, but I just do what I think looks good for my own photo. So I mean, no one can really judge you if you turn your brightness up or down or to 1 or 1.5 or whatever. Like, it's really up to you and your creativity and what you like and enjoy. Like, this is for your own enjoyment and your profile and your pictures. So don't let anyone like tell you it looks really bad, because I bet it doesn't. Anyways, so I usually just start from the left and kind of go through the thing, but normally I like to kind of darken my picture a little bit, usually just probably like 1 or 0.5. I don't really like to go too drastic or anything like that. But yeah. So you can kind of see me adjusting a little bit. Contrast, again, I don't really do much as well. For adjustment, I always do 4 to 5. I'm not really sure why. I just kind of keep all of my pictures kind of consistent. But again, I don't really know why I do that. Saturation I usually also do as well. I kind of make it a little more saturated so I can look a little more tan. But yeah. And then for highlights and shadows, again, I don't really do too much. I do like the shadow option because I think it brightens kind of the picture up a little bit. I don't really know what I'm talking about, so don't judge me. This feature I like to use a lot. And then for grain, I like to use that one as well. I don't really do too much. I do like 1.5, maybe 2 or 3. I think if it gets too much, it might get a little too grainy for me. And then you can actually adjust kind of like the HSL, which I don't know what that means. I'll put that on the screen a little bit, but just having some fun. I mean, I don't really do this step. It's kind of unnecessary for me, but if you would like, you know, definitely do it. I'm just kind of adjusting the coloring in the picture. So, you know, making the red a little brighter and the green on the plant a little brighter. But again, it's kind of a unnecessary step. So you just pretty much click the color and you can play around with the hue, saturation, and lightness. But yeah, I mean, look how cute I am with my little drink. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'll just kind of go back over, see if I like it. A cool thing that you can do is if you kind of hold on the picture, you can kind of also see what the original picture looks like. So you can kind of compare on the different things that you did and what you like. And if you can also have presets. I think you can only have like a couple presets that you can like save. But I think because I paid for that extra, I can have more. So I kind of always just apply the preset to, you know, what I normally would do for my theme, quotation marks. But as you can see, I just did the clicking on the photo and you can see the original. And then you pretty much save, and then it will save it right to your studio. And you can save to your camera roll, or you can upload it to Instagram or whatever. But yeah. So now we will kind of go over to unfold, which I kind of just do for my stories. Again, I don't do it for all of my stories, just for some of them. I kind of been getting into it a little bit less, but it is a cool app that is also free on the App Store. So we'll just go ahead and click on that, and you can click at the very bottom in the plus to create a new story, or you can just add a new one. But yeah, if you just click on these little things at the bottom, they're different types of, I would say, frames, I guess. So you have to buy a couple of them. I don't have all of them, so you won't see me use all of them. But my favorite is probably the rip one, which is pretty cool. And then if you go ahead and just click on it, you can see these little, it's like a gray picture with like a square with pluses, I would say. So in this little frame, you can have 2 pictures. I would say this one's probably my favorite. We'll kind of show you why, but if you go ahead and click on the box with the plus and add a picture, you'll go ahead and click it on there. And if you click on the picture, you can see that there's like a black outline, so you can actually move your picture around, which is pretty cool. You can also click the edit button and hit your background color, and you can kind of change the color of your background if you wanted to do that. That one's kind of, I don't really do that too much, but. And then if you double click on your picture, it'll kind of zoom out to the original size, and you can double click again and it'll bring it back to the zoomed in version. So we'll kind of just center this how I like. And then if you click on the other one, we'll just click through another picture. And what's cool is you'll have it as the background. So that's kind of cool, but we'll kind of go through, instead of gallery, go through unsplash. And these will kind of give like pre-shot pictures that aren't your own that other people put up, which is pretty cool, which I like to kind of use as like my background or something like that. So if I'm just gonna do flowers, and I'll bring up all these different pictures that, you know, other people did, which is pretty cool. And you can kind of click one that will relate to your picture or whatever. So we'll just scroll through and see which one we like. Let's do this red one since it matches my red flowers. You know, I think it's a little too, there's a little too much going on, so I don't like it. I do like this one. And again, you can do the same thing as the other picture where you can move it around and you can like unzoom and zoom, stuff like that, just to your own little preference. And yeah, I mean, I like this. This is kind of cool. It's kind of fun and flirty. And then you can save it or you can upload it right to your Instagram, which is pretty cool. And you can just upload it to your picture and that's it. But that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys learned a little bit about what I like to do. Again, this is just my own preference and what I do. I'm not like some expert. I'm not like some famous photo editor or whatever. I just kind of do what's fun and what I like in my own pictures. So whatever you like to do, like go ahead and do that and play around with the app. It took me a little while to really learn how to use it. But sometimes, you know, when I'm bored, I might just play around with it. So it's really kind of cool to use that creative energy. But if you have any questions, definitely like leave a comment or, you know, do some own research or play around with the app. I'm sure you can figure it out on yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any like questions or comments or suggestions on what you like to see, or if you would like to see another video like this, like let me know. But yeah, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.